Our next chapter is database query using SQL. We studied in our 11th standard about database and query SQL queries. So let us revise what we have studied in our 11th standard. Then we'll go to the 12th standard portions. So what is a database? We all studied about database. So a database is a collection of related data. A database is a collection of information that is stored or in an organized form so that it can be easily accessed, managed and updated. For that we use for storing data in a database, and to access the data we use a software called database management system. So a database management system is a software designed to store, retrieve, define and manage data in a database. So a type of database is relational database. So a relational database is a common type of database whose data is stored in tables. So a relational database is a database in the form of tables. So let us see certain terms associated with the relational database. First one is relation. In a relational database, the tables are called relations. Then tuples. Tuples are the records or rows in a relation or rows in a table. Then attributes are the columns in a table or fields in a table. Then cardinality. Cardinality is the number of rows in a table, and degree is the number of columns in a table. So let us consider the example of a student table. Relation student means the table name is student. So it contains rows and columns. It is a relational database. Here we can see what are the different fields or attributes in this table. The attributes are the columns in the table. So what are the columns? Admission number, name, class, section and average. These are the attributes or fields of the table. Then what are the tuples or records? The records are the rows in the table. They are first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth. These are the records. So this is an example of a record in this table. And what is degree? Degree is the number of columns. So how many columns are there in this table? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there are 5 columns. So the degree is 5. Then what is cardinality? Cardinality is the number of rows. So how many records are there? 6 records. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There are 6 records. So the cardinality is 6. Then we know the term keys. Keys are used to uniquely identify a record. Keys are an important part of the relational database and a vital part of the structure of the table. They help to enforce integrity and help to identify the relationship between tables. We have studied 4 types of key: primary key, candidate key, alternate key and foreign key. So primary key is the set of attributes which can uniquely identify a record. Then candidate key, all the set of attributes which can become a primary key are called candidate keys. Then set of all candidate keys except the primary key is called alternate key. Then the primary key of one table when referenced in the other table it is called a foreign key. Then what is structured query language or SQL? SQL is a standard language used for accessing databases. This is a special purpose programming language used to create a table, manage data and manipulate data. Let us see the different SQL commands. So the first, this is create table command, is to create a table in the database. So the syntax for the create table command is create table, table name, in parenthesis column name, data type, size, constraints. Then the next column name, data type, size, constraints, and at the end close the bracket and put a semicolon. All the SQL statements should end with a semicolon. So let us write a command to create a table with these details. So the column name are given, its corresponding data types are given, then the size of the data is also given, and then the constraints applied to each column are also given. Then we can write the create table statement as create table, table name. So the table name is student. So create table student. Then open the parenthesis. Then the first column, its data type, in bracket size. Then the constraint. ADNO numeric bracket 3. Then the constraint primary key. Then after that put comma. Then the next column name, its data type, its size and its constraint. Then the next one, class numeric size 2, no constraint is there, so after that comma. Then the next column name, its data type character, then the size 1, comma, the next column name fees, its data type numeric, then the size 10, 2. That is, in total there should be 10 digits. Of that, 2 digits are after the decimal. Next is to insert a record into the table. We use insert into command. So the syntax of insert into command is insert into table name, column name 1, column name 2, etc. bracket close, values, value 1, value 2, etc. value n. This is exceptional, no need of writing it. It is not compulsory. So to insert a record, these two records into this table, we can write the insert command as insert into student values. First value corresponding to first column, then the value corresponding to second column, value corresponding to third column, then fourth, then fifth. These values are strings. Strings and date are enclosed in either single quotes or double quotes. Then to represent the next record, we have to write insert into student values. In that, first value should be written first, then comma, then the second value, then the third value, then fourth and fifth. Should be written in the same order. Then all the strings are to be enclosed in single or double quotes. Then when we execute this command, the new table will be created with the two values, two records are inserted in the table. Now if we want to change any of the values in the table, we use the command update. So update, the syntax of update command is update table name set column name 1 equal to new value, column name 2 equal to new value, etc. And we can provide the where condition. The new value is always given in the set and the condition is provided in the where clause. So let us consider an example. Increase the fees value by 100 for admission number 222. So for this value we have to increase the fees by 100. So now it is 5000 and it has to be increased to 5100. For that we write the update command as update student set fees column name set fees equal to new value is current fees plus 100. So fees equal to fees plus 100. Whose fees has to be increased? Only the admission number 222. So where admission number equal to 222. So only particular person's fees will be increased. So when we run the command, the fees will be, the current fees will be updated to 5100. Next is the delete command. Delete command is used to either delete a record or to delete the whole content in the table and not to delete the entire table. So the syntax of delete command is delete from table name where condition. So let us consider an example. Remove admission number 444, whole details of 444. So we have to remove the record of admission number 444. For that we have to write the command as delete from student where admission number is equal to 444. Then it will delete the record of admission number 444. So the admission number 444, the record is deleted. If we want to delete the contents of this table, whole content, we have to write delete from student. No need of providing the condition. Then there will be a table but it will not have any of the contents in it. Next is select command. This command is used to view table information from SQL database. By using select command, we can get one or more fields information. While using star, one can get all fields information. So we can, to get the whole table, to display whole table, we write select star from table name. Here table name is student. So when we run this command, we will see the whole table will be displayed. Then select name from student will display only the particular column containing the name from the student table. Then select star from student where class greater than 10. Then this all the contents in the table will be displayed, but there is a condition called class should be greater than 10. So all the classes which are greater than 10 will be displayed. Content of all the classes which are greater than 10 only will be displayed. Next is we have to study the math functions. Math functions perform mathematical operations on numerical values. These functions are applied on the select statement. So mathematical functions are used to perform mathematical operations on numerical values. So here we have to study only 3 of the math functions. The most commonly used mathematical functions are power, round and mode function. So let us see what are the how these 3 functions work. So first one is power function. Power function returns the argument raised to the specified power. So the syntax of power function is power of m comma n. It creates m is the number and n is the power to be raised to number m. So it will produce the output as m raised to n. Let us consider some examples. So select power 2 comma 4. Then it will produce the output as a column containing power of 2 comma 4. What is given in the select statement will be displayed, will be the column name. So power of 2 comma 4, that is 2 raised to 4 is 16. Next is select power of 2 comma minus 2, that is 2 raised to minus 2. The output is 0.25. Next is select power of minus 2 comma 3, that is minus 2 whole raised to 3, that is minus 8. Select power of 2.37 comma 3.45, that is 2.37 raised to 3.45. It will be computed and displayed, that is 19.628. That is power function returns the argument raised to the specified power. The syntax is power of m comma n. It is always given in the select statement. Next is round function. Round function rounds the argument to 0 decimal places. Round of x rounds the argument x to 0 decimal places. Round of x comma d rounds the argument to d decimal places. The round function returns a number rounded to a certain number of decimal places. So let us consider the examples. Select round of 454.352. So here we have to round up to 2 decimal places. So after the decimal there should be 2 values. So this round function rounds 454.352 as 454.35. Select round 454.352. Here d is 0, that is after the decimal point 0 digits should be there. So it rounds up to 454. Next is 454.352 comma minus 1. Here it rounds the decimal before, just before the decimal point to 0. So 454.352 comma minus 1 will give the output as 450. If it was 455, then it will round to 456. Next is select round 454.352 to -2, that is it rounds 2 digits before the decimal point to 0, that is 454.352 will be rounded to 500 because it is given -2. Next is mode function. The mode function returns the remainder of one number divided by another. The syntax is mode dividend comma divisor. So select mode of 11 comma 3. Mode of 11 comma 3 will produce the remainder as 11 divided by 3 will give the remainder as 2. Then 10.5 comma 3 will give the remainder as 1.5. Next is we have studied about math functions. Next is string functions. These are functions, these are used to deal with the string type of values. They are UKs or upper function, LKs or lower function, mid or substring or SUB/STR, length function, left function, right function, INSTR function, LTrim, RTrim, trim. So UKs or upper function converts character strings data into uppercase. The syntax is upper of string. So we can write select upper of information technology. It will convert the small case letters into uppercase. So information technology in small letter is converted to upper capital letters. Next is LKs or lower case. Converts the string into lower case. Lower of string. Select lower information technology. So lower of information technology will produce the output as information technology in lower case. It converts the string into lower case. Next is mid or substring or SUB/STR. It returns part of an inputted string. It produces the substring. A substring function retrieves a portion of the given string starting at the specified character start index to the number of characters specified. So the syntax is substring, string, comma, start index, comma, length. So the function substring function is select substring in bracket in parenthesis string function. This is the string. Then 1 indicates the start index and 6 indicates the number of characters to be extracted. So 1 here in MySQL all the string characters starts from the position 1. So the substring will start from 1 position 1. 6 characters are to be extracted. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Next is select substring string function comma 8 comma 8. That is it should start from position 8. 8 characters are to be extracted. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So from F 8 characters are to be extracted. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So this string substring called function will be extracted from the string. Next is length function. This length function returns the length of the character string. It takes space between the strings into account for calculating the total length of the string. Total length of the string, which is passed as argument to the length function. Its syntax is length in bracket the string. So select length of information technology. It will find out number of characters in that string. This empty space is also considered as a character. So it will find out how many characters are there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. So there are 22 characters. So the length is 22. Next is the left function. Left function returns the leftmost character from a string, passed as an argument with the specified number of characters counting from the left. Left function is used to retrieve portions of the string. So the syntax is left in parenthesis string comma integer. Integer is the number of characters to be extracted from this string. So select left in bracket the string information technology comma 6. So from the left side 6 characters are to be extracted. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I inform INFORM. Next, right function. It returns the rightmost characters from a string, which is passed as an argument with the specified number of characters counting from the right. Right function is used to retrieve portions of the string. So the syntax is right string comma integer. Select right string function comma 8. Here string function is the string. So from the right side we have to extract 8 characters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So the output is function. Next is INSTR function. The INSTR function returns the position of the first occurrence of a string in another string. This function performs a case insensitive search. So INSTR string 1 comma string 2. This is the syntax. This is the main string and this is the second string whose position is to be found out in the first string. So this statement is select INSTR information technology. In that the second string is 4. So this INSTR will find out where this substring 4 is present, at what position this 4 is present in the string information technology. So 4 is present in the 1, 2, 3, third position. 4 starts from the third position. So it returns the position from where the substring starts in the main string. Next is ltrim function. It returns a string after removing the leading spaces or blanks from the left side of the string passed as an argument. Its syntax is ltrim in parenthesis string. So select ltrim library function. This is the string given to the function. So here you can see a space inside the string. This is also considered as a character. So this ltrim function will remove this leading space in the left side, or starting space in the starting of the string. So it will remove the space in the beginning and produce the output without a space in the beginning. Next is rtrim. This returns a string after removing the trailing spaces from the right side of the string, which is passed as the argument. So our argument is passed inside a function. Syntax is rtrim in bracket string. Select rtrim bracket library function. Here you can see there is a space after the string. This is also a character of the string. So this rtrim will remove this space in the end and produce the output without a space in the end. So ltrim will remove the space at the beginning and rtrim will remove the space at the end. So the trim function will return a string after removing the leading and trailing spaces in the string passed as argument to it. The syntax is trim string. Select trim in bracket string, that is library function. Then this trim function will remove if there is any leading or trailing white spaces in the string. It will not remove the space in between the string, only it will remove the spaces in the before and after the string. Just it will do the functions performed by both ltrim and rtrim, and it will return a string by removing the space before and after the string. Next is date and time functions. We studied about math functions and string functions. Next is date and time functions. They are now function, date, month name, year, day name. So the now function returns the current system date and time. So select now is the statement to return the current date and time. So when we write the command select now, will show the current system's date and time. It will return the current date and time. Now the date function. Date function extracts the date part of a date or date time expression. In a date and a time expression, this date function will extract only the date part. So when we give an expression like this date function will extract only the date part if a date and time expression is given. Next is month function. Returns the month from the date passed. So in the month function, if we pass a date, it will return the month from the parameter argument date as the argument passed. So select month, comma, in parenthesis the argument given is date. So from the date it extracts the output as the month, that is 6. 6 is the month. Next is the month name function. This month name function returns the name of the month. So the syntax is select month name in bracket in parenthesis the argument is the date. So from the date the month name function extracts the corresponding name of the month. It returns the name corresponding to the month. So from the date we can see the month is 6. So it returns the name of the month as June. Next is year function. Select year. It returns the year from the inputted date. So if we input date, it will return the year from the date. So the syntax is select year. In the argument is given as a date. A date is given as the argument. Select year 2020 6/11. So from this year function will extract the year part. Next is day function. It returns the day from the inputted date. It returns the day. Here it is day from the inputted date. If we give the date to the day function, it will just select the day from the inputted date. Select day, parameter is given, argument is given as a date. Then the day function extracts only the day part and returns the output as day, that is 11 as the output. Next is day name. Day name function returns the name of the weekday. So the example is select day name, a date is given. So from the select statement, the day name function will return the day corresponding for this date. So this day corresponding to this date will be returned. So this date is Thursday. So it returns it as Thursday. Thank you.